Hi everyone, today I'm going to be doing part 2 to my eyebrow segment. Last week was part 1 and I just had a general chat about brows, how I style mine, and mentioned a few of the products that I use. I shall link that video below in the description bar. Today's video is going to be more of a tutorial on how I do my brows. So I'm just going to go through what I use and how I fill them in. I use a mixture of pencil and eyeshadow. And then I use a brow gel over the top just to make sure they stay in place and that the colour holds for as long as possible. So I'll just quickly talk you through the products that I use to do my brows. I use a double-ended eyebrow brush. Yes, this has changed since last week. The one I had last week that I showed you in the video was getting a bit naff. The bristles were breaking, falling out, so I bought a new one from Topshop in the sale. This is just a Topshop eyebrow brush. It's the dual-ended one, so it's got a comb and then a more bristly side on this side. That's it there. This was only about £2. You can pick them up really cheap. I also use the Miss Sporty eye pencil. This is like a Kohl eyeliner. Not specifically for your eyebrows, but I find this shade is really good and I like the formula of this one. As I showed you last week, I also use an eyeshadow colour. I've actually been using a shade darker than I showed you. I've just been liking the darker look of my eyebrows recently. So I've been using this shade here in the Sephora IT Palette. And then finally, just to make sure that everything stays in place and the brows don't stray, I have been using the Brow Drama by Maybelline, and this is in the shade Dark Brown. Another tool that I'd just like to mention is having a good pair of tweezers. This is a set that I got in a number 7 set around Christmas time about 5 or 6 years ago now. But I highly recommend having a good sharp pair of tweezers, as they will help you get your eyebrows in the shape that you want them to be and will also be more precise when you're trying to nail that hair. So the first step is to take off all makeup that is currently on the eyebrows just to make sure that they're clean. So I've pinned my fringe back just to get my hair off my face and so that I can clearly see what I'm doing. I've taken off my makeup that I had on before around my brow area and on my brows so that I can start with a nice clean surface. As you can see from my before photos to the HD post that I posted a while ago, which I will link below, my eyebrows have grown in a lot more than what they were before. I am starting to get a bit thicker both at the start and throughout, and I'm getting some definition, which is really good. So I am quite pleased with my progress so far. Anyway, to start off filling in your brows, you start off with the eyebrow brush. And I'm just going to use this bristly end here just to brush through my brows, and I brush them upwards and then out. Next up, make sure you have a nice sharp eyebrow pencil. So I've had to put my glasses on for this bit because I'm too far away from the mirror and the camera and I can't see. I'm not wearing contact lenses today, so you'll just have to bear with me. I'll try and show you as much as I can. So with your sharp eyebrow pencil, just go in at the front and create just a bit of a thin line. Like that. Then what I do is I bring this line into the natural curve of my eyebrow and then bring that all the way down to the end. Here you only want to be using the eyebrow brush very, very lightly. You don't want to be pressing on it too hard to make a lot of product cling to your eyebrows. So just brush through it. I then go in and fill in the rest of my eyebrow just on that last 3/4. Once that's filled in and I'm happy with that, I'll go in at the front. Again, I try to follow the natural curve of my eyebrow here. So just bring that pencil up. Again, using only very light strokes because you don't want it to look as if it's literally been drawn on. And then just fill in very softly. Now here you can fill in as much or as little as you'd like. If you'd like it to look a bit more natural, you can just leave it less filled in. If you'd like it to look more natural, you can not do as many strokes. You can fill it in a little bit less. If you like it darker, go right ahead and go right in. So as you can see, this eyebrow is the one that doesn't always go exactly right, but this is when you need to tell yourself that your eyebrows are sisters, not twins. They are never going to match. Doesn't matter how much you try and get them to match, they are never ever going to look the same. So I'm going to go in and fill in this one now. You may also find that, like me, you have one eyebrow that needs filling in a lot more. I find this one needs a lot more pencil work on it than what this one does. There's a lot more hair naturally on this one. So as I said before, just draw the line along the bottom, follow the natural curve of your eyebrow, fill in that end 3/4 and then come back to the start and follow the natural curve at the front and then just fill that in. Just like that. There we go. This is supposed to be an eyeshadow brush, so just using this fluffy eyeshadow brush, I go in and pop some of the eyeshadow on and then just go in and just pat some on just to fill it out a little bit more. And I find that this gives it a softer look to the eyebrow and makes it look a little bit more natural. If you can see the difference slightly, it adds a bit more colour and just makes it look a little bit softer. So go in and do the second one. Again, you can build this up as much or as little as you like. On to the last step now. You can finish it here, but I like to add in some brow gel just to make sure that the brow hairs don't stray and that the colour kind of stays and lasts all day long. What I really love about the Maybelline Brow Drama is, one, the shade ranges that it comes in. There's 3 shades. One for blonde, one for medium browns, and then one for darker head people. I really like the shape of this brush. It's rounded so that you can evenly distribute the product through your eyebrows and kind of comb it through rather than cake it on. So again, with this, just eye brush up, as that's the way that the hair naturally grows, and then I just apply a little bit all the way along my eyebrow and do the same to the other side. Again, I do find that I apply more on this side purely because I have a few pesky hairs at the front that just don't want to do what they're told. There we go, the finished product, filled in eyebrows. So I hope that you found this tutorial useful. If you'd like to see me do more tutorials, please do let me know in the comments below. I would also love you guys to tweet me any beauty questions, lifestyle questions, any questions in general that you have for me. You can either tweet them to me or leave them below in the comments section. If you want to tweet them to me, it's at Bella La Moda with capitals on the B, L and M. I will pop all my links to my other social media below. I will pick my favourite questions and try and answer as many of them as possible, and that should be going up in a couple of weeks. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I will be back next Thursday with another one, so don't forget to subscribe to make sure that you don't miss it. I'll see you then. Bye!